bad tip from a confidential informant
busting down doors,
raiding homes of innocent families,
pointing guns at children.
Let's go, cameras.
Kill cameras! Kill cameras!
Officers ordered to kill their body cameras.
Curtis Roberts, they live upstairs.
Welcome back to the Lackluster Channel. The Chicago Police Department is accused of kicking in the doors of over 50 homes during wrongful raids.
Get on the fucking ground!
This is just one of those stories. On November 6th of 2017, Officer Joseph Capello made an arrest and flipped the man to become a confidential informant. That informant allegedly gave Officer Capello an address of a major dealer, but instead of surveilling the address or investigating it in any way, shape, or form, he assembled a crew to kick the door in.
Did you request the covert car?
We don't have one available to us in the patrol. Sometimes we don't have all the assets we need in terms to do extra surveillance, and there's an overtime issue thing and things of that nature.
His superiors signed off on the warrant despite the lack of any credible information, but even worse, so did a prosecutor and a judge. The warrant required the officers to knock first, but instead, the officers unlawfully break in.
Chicago Police Side 1! Chicago Police Side 1! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Get on the fucking ground!
Your hands behind your back, buddy. You got anything on you?
No, sir. I got a pocket knife. Yes, sir. Right here.
Gonna lean this way.
Yes, sir.
All right?
Yes, sir.
Is that clear up there?
I'm right here.
Officer Capello, the man responsible for this mess, was not wearing a body cam that day, though he had been assigned one.
You were never disciplined for not wearing your body camera that day, correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
I wasn't punished in any way. I wasn't, no reprimand or anything like that.
Did anybody talk to you about the investigation that you did?
No.
However, Officers Guzman and Hernandez did wear theirs, and realized that they were in the wrong apartment at 055 Zulu, just minutes after their unlawful entry.
He gave us the wrong fucking apartment. He gave us the wrong apartment. He said up the stairs, it's the first door right there. He gave us the wrong apartment. Remember the pictures I gave you? I think it's upstairs. He said the first floor. I'm saying upstairs based on the windows in the picture.
At this point, they know that they've got no legal basis for being inside the apartment, but instead of removing the cuffs from the innocent man, apologizing to the family for breaking into their home, damaging their property, and terrorizing their children, the officers continued to search the home, likely in hopes that they would find something that would allow them to have some sort of justification to continue the search.
I did continue to do a search, but it wasn't like a systematic search where I was lifting things up and throwing things around, and I was kind of just doing a surface search. I wasn't really doing a search of this residence.
What's up, dude? Bad fucking. Hey, just throw a party for me.
No, it's not. You signed off on it.
Oh?
You signed off on it.
Hey.
The Chicago Police Department rules say that warrants need to be turned over promptly to the property's occupants, but despite knowing that they were in the wrong house and well into their search, Ms. Mendez had not received one.
Who lives up there?
I don't know their name. It's a African American couple that live upstairs. how did this ever happen? Me and my husband have
That's
never
why
been in
you're
trouble
going to get a
with the
copy of the
police.
search warrant.
Okay.
I don't understand, like, our door getting kicked in and all this kind of stuff. We've never been in trouble with the law. I don't understand.
I can tell you, you're not the person we're looking for.
Okay.
While the officers unlawfully rummaged through her belongings, she saw a warrant on the table and grabbed it.
Curtis Roberts, they live upstairs. They live upstairs.
Why don't you just... The guy got the phone.
That's the couple upstairs. He's on house arrest and all this other kind of bullshit. No, I'm keeping this. I'm keeping this.
You keep it. Like I told you, that's what it was for.
No, Curtis Roberts lives
Okay, the
upstairs.
information we got said he lived on the second floor. Okay. Okay, baby, that's all right. Relax.
Yes, I can tell you he lives
How do you know him?
I seen the mail.
Because you got the paper. We got wrong information.
No, that's okay.
Eventually, the officers left, and the Mendez family, along with multiple others, filed lawsuits against CPD and the city for the unlawful raids.
At 8 a.m. today, my law firm filed a federal civil rights lawsuit against the city of Chicago.
Despite their mistakes, they did nothing to repair the damage they caused to the home, or replace items that they broke during the search, such as a child's tablet and a Hello Kitty karaoke. And after all of it, no one was arrested in connection with the Mendez family raid, as they never even returned to the corrected address.
He was providing narcotics for that area, and still is to this very day.
Did the Chicago police ever go back and hit the correct apartment? The apartment where the targets actually lived?
No.
Worse is that during many of these raids, only one of the correct suspects was later arrested, but in the end, no one was prosecuted. The Civilian Office of Police Accountability, otherwise known as COPA, took over investigations, and over 5 years later, in 2022, they finally recommended that several Chicago police officers and supervisors should be suspended for their roles in the wrongful raid for violations of department rules, special orders, and federal and state laws. It's clear that the officers cut corners on the procedural safeguards that are meant to protect the citizens' Fourth Amendment rights under the Constitution against illegal searches and illegal seizures. But the scary thing is, they don't often put rookies on this type of task force. These are the seasoned vets, the ones that have proven that they're worthy of more than issuing traffic citations. These men are the alleged cream of the crop, bound for leadership roles within the department, and will someday, if not already, be responsible for training probationary officers.
Was there something preventing you from contacting a utility company to find out who the account holder of record for that apartment was?
I didn't know I was aware I was able to do that.
That wasn't something that you were trained on in the police academy?
No, I was not.
It appears, however, that at this rate and with their current trajectory, their future includes frequent depositions, unless they can figure out a way to avoid these easily avoidable mistakes.
Did Judge Burns ask you any questions about your complaint for search warrant or any of the information in your complaint?
No.
Fortunately for them, breaking the law and violating civil rights is only defensible when your salary and judgment awards come out of the taxpayers' pockets.
Everyone on the team was more than polite to the whole family. They were treated with the utmost respect through the whole time in the search warrant. I wasn't punished in any way. I wasn't, no reprimand or anything like that.
Did anybody talk to you about the investigation that you did?